Welcome, Alan Batey, President, GM North America. Good to see you here.
Great to be here.
It's been a really strong start for the auto market this year. In fact, we saw more units sold last year than we had since the whole recovery. What are your early trends looking like for General Motors? What's resonating with the consumers in North America?
Yeah, you're right. What we saw in March was a SAR of maybe 17.2, so another strong market. Last year, when you look year over year, the comparison is a little bit difficult because the weather, if you remember a year ago, was so bad.
It was bad this year too,
exactly,
but that's all
right. But January, February just didn't get off,
Yeah.
and so, but we're actually feeling that it's the smallest quarter of the year, so you have to take it into perspective. But we're seeing signs that it could be a strong market, and definitely north of 17 million. Obviously, low fuel prices have really accelerated sales of pickup trucks, sales of utilities, sales of crossovers. So we're seeing those segments have really grown. And we're seeing the passenger car market has sort of contracted a little bit on the back of the fuel prices. And we've seen this before.
Yeah, well, we continue to see that. Why is it that consumers really make their purchasing choices based on what's happening with the price of oil?
Yeah, I mean, when you look at the mainstream segment, so we're standing here at Chevrolet and, we're a mainstream brand, when you have very low fuel prices, that puts a lot of money into people's pocket. And so when they've got that money in their pocket, they say, hey, maybe I'm going to go for a slightly bigger vehicle and I'm going to spend a little bit more. So I think they react to the fact that they've got more spendable income in their pocket and they use it.
I'm sure GM would like to increase its market share this year. What's North America going to do on that front for GM? Can you see a tick up in market share based on what's happening in North America?
We're taking, I believe, a very disciplined approach to it. What we're seeing is our average transaction prices are at all-time high levels. So, that's a very, very positive thing from a profit perspective. But what we're also seeing is we're introducing a lot of new vehicles. So here at Chevrolet, we've got 5 new passenger cars that we're launching this year. So we've also got products that are somewhat in run out. So I would imagine that our market share will maybe be up a little bit over a year ago, but we're launching a lot of new products and then I think we can accelerate. So yeah, I think it's very, we have good momentum, we have great transaction prices and we have solid sales. So no, I'm feeling good about that.
We talked a little bit about how the consumer is impacted by oil prices.
Yes.
The big issue this year could be if the Federal Reserve raises rates. Do you guys talk about that at all? What will happen to auto loan financing? Are you worried that some of the consumers, even with a little tick up, might get priced out of the market?
Right now, we don't think that's going to happen in 15. What we're seeing is, it's a great time to buy a car right now. Prices are very competitive, fuel prices are low, and interest rates are still very low, and there's good access to capital. So I think the market's going to be good, and yeah, we may see an uptick in interest rates. The market will adjust and react to that. What I think is really fueling a lot of demand as well is the car park is very old. So the average vehicle here in the US is still over 10 years old, and so there's a lot of pent-up demand. And of course, if you've had a vehicle for 10 years and you get into a new one, you benefit from amazing fuel economy, better service and maintenance costs. So there's a lot of things playing into that. I don't think interest rates alone will sort of stall the market.
Can we still have 0% financing on auto loans, which a lot of people can get now?
Well, as you said, right now there's a lot of great offers out there, and subventing financing, as we call it, is a tool that a lot of manufacturers are using. So it is a great time to buy a car or truck right now.
All right, spoken like a true salesman. Alan Batey, good to talk to you. Thanks so much.
Thank you.